It's David here from Site3D. I'm going to quickly show you pumps in Site3D. Here we have a separate network of this site, and it currently falls via gravity to this low point over here, and you can see that indicated in red. What we want to do is add a pump here and have it pump up a rising main to this manhole over here. To do this, we're going to go to the Drainage Tools, Manhole Properties, and select the manhole we want to add the pump into. In here, we can go to the flow controls and click the Add button and choose the pump option. This will show us the pump options. The top two are the startup and shut-off depth. So once it reaches 0.1 meters of depth of water in the manhole, it will start pumping and it'll continue pumping until it's emptied it out in this case. You can change those values if you want to. We can then specify a hydrograph or a depth flow graph for the pump itself using the restricted flow, or if we just wanted to pump everything, we can tick the unrestricted flow and it'll just pump everything out at whatever rate it needs to. In the case where you do want a restricted flow, you can just go in here, and if you have a constant flow, we can just go and click in the flow value here and say 2 liters per second. If you want to, you can build this up and do specific flows at specific depths, and if you have a CSV file from a manufacturer, you can just copy and paste it in here. Clicking OK will add that in. Hit OK, and we can then run this in a simulation quickly. Go to our drainage analysis, run SORM, run all your simulations. Once that's done, you can hit the view report, and we can have a look through what's going on here. So we have our manhole schedule as usual, pipe schedules, our permeable paving, and then underneath here we have our flow controls where we have the pump control with all the information. So we can see it's in manhole S28. The upstream invert level is this, the downstream invert is this. We also have the startup and shut-off depth and whether it's a restricted flow, yes or no. If it is a restricted flow, we then also have the actual control curve information here that we typed in. So basically we have a 2 liters per second flow rate. If you want to see that in the long section, just to verify what's going on, we can go into replay the storm, click this one here, choose a particular storm that we want to see, so something like a 100-year with climate change and 720-minute winter storm. Click OK, and then I can have a look at the long section of, say, from here through to here, and I'll then give us a long section all the way along this section here. We can see the high point and we can see where the actual pump is included in here. You'll notice there's no red max pipe depths in here. We will not see water in the rising main pipe itself because it basically just transfers the water from the pump to the top end. But if we hit play, you'll see as the water rises up, it'll get to a certain point and then it'll suddenly start pumping once it reaches that 0.1 startup value, and then it pumps it down and it'll keep pumping until it'll get to 0. In this case here we haven't reached 0. It's still going along, but it's quite a long storm, so I'm just going to skip forward. And you can see it'll keep going. We're getting our 2 liters per second flow rate coming out here. It backs up a little bit because obviously there's more water coming in than there is going out. But once we get past that maximum sort of stage, it will then start to lower the water because it is pumping it out until we get to basically 0. And there we go. So it actually pumps all the water out all the way down this way into this other network. Thanks for watching.